Hello guys, how's it going out there? I hope you're doing well. My name is Alex. I'm a coach at successandrelationships.com. The link is here below for you guys to check it out. Please, if you like the content of this video, don't forget to subscribe and like. That helps me a lot. And more videos like this will be coming very shortly your way. Alright, so let's talk about hypergamy. In case you haven't been living under a rock lately, you've heard something about hypergamy by now, right? Because hypergamy is kind of a new term, but at the same time it's so much talked about. It's such a hot topic out there that pretty much everyone has heard about it by now. So in case you haven't, or in case you want to know a little bit more about hypergamy, let's do it. So I'd start by making a general definition of what hypergamy is all about. So in a generic way, hypergamy is kind of the will, the want, the need to get whatever you find it's best for you out there, right? So in a way, pretty much every human individual, unless you're a bit of a masochist, wants the very best for himself or for herself, right? So it's a natural thing, it's a natural instinct. So far so good, right? But what does it mean when it's applied to women? We hear all this talk about women's hypergamy here and women's hypergamy there, and they're driven by hypergamy, by whatever decision they make, namely about dating, relationships, and so on and so forth, right? So what does it mean for women specifically? So first of all, bringing back the definition of hypergamy, they want the best for themselves. So when they're out there in the market trying to pick up a guy, they want to get obviously the best guy possible that they might get. In that sense, they're driven mainly by two biological imperatives. One is the most primal one, which is driven by like attraction, physical attraction, I mean. So they're inherently attracted, or they will inherently feel attracted to a man, to a guy that exhibits physical traits that are considered to be attractive, namely like being a tall guy, healthy, strong, good looking. What does that represent, you ask me? It represents sexual desire, but underlying that sexual desire, obviously, there is something more important, which is good genes. So in a way, women will feel attracted to the most handsome guys, the most attractive guys, because they represent healthy human male specimens, right? So that's what basically drives them unconsciously, right? Okay, so that being said, there is another, like a second layer, like I said before, which is something also driven by kind of an biological imperative, which is to find a good provider slash protector for themselves. What do I mean by that? A provider is a man that has obviously access to resources and can give protection at the same time. So this in modern times, back in the old days, it would mean like a leader of the tribe, an alpha man kind of stereotype. Nowadays, obviously, we don't have such thing as tribes anymore. Well, not really. They're not really called like that anymore. We kind of have them, but in different ways. But you know what I mean. So it's like a leader kind of man, a leader kind of leadership traits, that exhibits leadership traits, confident traits. That is a man that will most likely have success in life and is respected by his peers. As such, you will most likely have money slash resources, and is able to provide for her, to provide protection for her in the first instance, and in the longer term for their offspring. So that's also a very, very strong imperative for women. That's why they look up to a guy that is higher status, that they like to date up, not to date down. So women will typically only want to date a man that is above her, higher in higher social status, higher earner, you name it. That's the kind of man they will feel most likely attracted to. So the ideal scenario would be obviously for a man to exhibit all these criteria, like being a strong, tall, attractive guy, and at the same time having high status. That would make like their so-called prince charming. That's what most women will universally feel attracted to, the stereotype of man. And well, that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you have any questions, any doubts that you want to ask me, please leave it on the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay, thanks. See you.